Hi guys, welcome back. It's been a while. Today we had a lot of rain, so I thought I'd make an update. So we didn't get that much. It's only like I think 10 millimeters. But going from 0 to 10 overnight is a major difference to be noted. So let's have a look and see what's new at Fruitopia. Well, first of all, I've put tree rings around jabuticabas that I put in the ground a month ago, so that job's done. Mulched it with organic matter from around the garden. These leaves are all from the loquat tree that drops its leaves at the end of the season. So thanks very much. So they're the two giants. Sorry, not giants. One giant and two Grimmel. And we have a few more jabos here for future planting. So the Lee jujube this year has been a quiet year. Just one fruit. That's it on the Lee, which is 3 meters high, about 9 feet. The the young Shangshi Lee has given us one fruit as well to try. They're pretty much the same. I don't think there's going to be any difference. And this is the sandpaper bird's eye fig, which is has got a ring too now, right, and mulched, and it's very lanky and also close to 3 meters. There's the Lee there, the jujube, and the sandpaper bird's eye, which is doing really well, but it's tilting. It needs a better stake than what I have, but that's all I have for now. So I'm just hoping the stake doesn't snap and the tree sort of hangs down, and maybe, well, I don't see that snapping. It looks pretty tough, but it might do damage to the other Grimmel that I have here, right? It's been in the ground for a year now. It's doing really good. I've got miscellaneous little plants here, a couple of more jabos, costada, American pawpaw from Dailies. I think that's an Irwin dwarf mango that I got last year. It's come back from the dead, so the graft was saved. Another pawpaw there, American pawpaw. And here we have a guava, which finally has taken off after doing nothing for the last 12 months. It's my latest guava purchase. And I don't have it's not from Dailies, it's from a group called Green Patch. Yeah, Green Patch. And this one is a white alabad. Don't know anything about it, but apparently it's meant to be the sweetest of all guavas. Fruits after 4 years. Well, I've had it for 1 year, so it's got a way to go. So I picked that up as a experiment to see what it's like. They all look the same. Here I've got a red ilama, which I found out maybe wasn't that at all. We'll have to find out what it is. Dailies has made some mistakes with their custard apples. So this actually might be just a bollocks heart, not sure. they apologized. They sent me email on a couple of the anonas they sent me last season. Not sure. Here we have the lakucha or monkey jack that's fully come back from the dead, also completely died in winter down to the roots, and now it's a happy camper. Check it out. Right, very happy. And the same with these what are they, canistel? Yeah, canistel 1 and 2. They also died back to the roots and came back. This one here, I can't remember what that was. I've lost the label. Might be not sure. The leaf sure looks familiar. Yeah. And what else? I put in the ground also another tree in the last few weeks. That one there. The Wampy. This is a different Wampy than the one I've had for 8 years. Let's go around and have a look. Yeah, this is the Yimpei from a cutting. What does it say? Sorry, grafted, not a cutting. Grafting. And I've had it for 1 year, and it's got fruit on it, so we're gonna taste it. Supposedly sweeter than the Guy Sam, I forgot the name of it. And that one there, that hasn't done anything, just stayed alive and looked pretty. That's the Cedar Bay Cherry. So it's happy, but not doing much at all. Happy, but tiny. And here's the other jujube, new jujube that I've had for a year. It hasn't done much, like the Shangshi Li. Last year I didn't do anything, and this year it's sort of just stayed alive. This is the Sherwood variety, right? And this one's not holding any fruit. It flowered, and I think it's still flowering, perpetually flowering all summer, and didn't do anything. So I don't know what its beef is, but evidently it doesn't like the soil. It's all in the soil, right? So hopefully next year it'll spring up. The same with that Shangshi Li over there. Some kind of funk. That one there's a Malabar chestnut. That did really well in summer. As you can see, it's very happy. It's more of an indoor plant, but that's definitely staying in a pot. I don't think you can take Melbourne's winter. And I've got a lot of seedling avocado and seedling loquats from my garden that volunteered, 5 or 6 of them. So, and there's the multi-grafted apple tree, which I showed recently. It's got a fruit on it. These won't hang on though. I don't know why it's flowering and fruiting now in autumn. So that's that, right? There's the new jubbos again in the ground. Well, they're not new. I've had them for 2 years. They're new now in the ground. The only remaining wax jambu had a 4. I lost 3. That's the only survivor. It's good to have 2 of each variety. I don't know why the others died. It's the pink from Dailies, the pink wax jambu. Yeah, I love this fruit. I love it a lot. Not a favorite for some people, but I love it. Haven't had it since we were in Thailand. A reed avocado there that just wants to stay funky, not happy at all. That's the last avocado, by the way, that I want to plant. If it's not that one, I'll get another one in spring, and then my avocado collection will be complete. once I get a reed happening. Over there is the black sapote, one of 2 seedlings. It didn't really hold any fruit from last year. They just dropped. Right? A bit too small. So I just composted them. But it's got a lot for next year. Right? A lot coming for next year. Again, it's too loaded. It's got about 200. Over 200 fruitlets. I have to thin this out, man. It's crazy. We're not going to get anywhere. We're not going to get a single fruit if I leave on 200 fruitlets. But that's the story on that. Right? The prickly pear's doing great. It still hasn't fruited for us, but it's growing nicely. What else? A lot of the casualties from summer. These are mangoes that I lost. Mangoes and allspice tree. All gone to heaven, in fruit heaven. So then my losses every year, around 6-7 trees. Pretty normal, guys, pretty normal. So, and one guy asked me, hey, why are you buying all these trees? Why don't you marcot and graft? Dude, I don't want the same trees. I don't want the same trees. I want new trees. And the only way you're going to get a new tree, one you don't have, is by buying it. You can't marcot and graft from a tree you don't have. Duh. This is the worts. Right? Last year's fruit, this year's fruit. So that's why I'm buying all these Daly's trees, because I don't have them. It's a real great crop this year on the worts avocado. At least 50 young fruit on here. Hard to see them until they get bigger. And there's about 20 from last year that I have bagged. So a good crop. We've already eaten a couple from last season. And there's plenty of young ones for next year. Plenty. So I'm quite happy. It's because of all the rain we got in spring. Never had so much rain. Where are we? Hard to see. There it is, yeah. All right, let's move on. The Subel white sapote is going up exactly how I want it to go, and not sideways, going into the orange or the persimmon or the green sapote. So up. Thanks very much. This is the pitanga tuba, which is full of, again, flowers and little fruitlets. They keep falling off. I don't know what it's, what kind of game it's playing, but this is the second year that it's done that. Let me show you close up. Right, it's doing this. Flower, fruit drop, flower, fruit drop, flower, fruit drop. And yes, I've given it plenty of fertilizer, plenty of potassium. There I have a sapodilla. Almost forgot to show you that. I kept this in the shade all summer because they don't like direct sun, man. Even though our summers are not real summers, I mean they're dry, but they're short. Summers here are short. They're only 7 weeks long. I still had to protect it from, it's the BKD 110. I still had to protect it from the hot sun. Otherwise it would have been scorched. So summer's over. You can stay in the full sun now. Over here I've got a mamey sapote. I forget the variety. Yeah, sorry guys, but it's doing quite well. It's only a year old, I think, 6 months or a year old. A bacon avocado that I've had for 2 years that just keeps dying back and growing back, dying back and growing back. I can't get this guy to grow. The green sapote, standing at 5.5 feet. Got scorched, of course, over summer. Drought, no rain. Today I had a really good drink, right? A really good drink. So that's 1.5 meters. I've mulched it with banana cuttings. Back there's the pomelo, fully loaded with over 60 full-size pomelo. That's 10 years old, that pomelo tree. That one back there. Another thing I wanted to show you here was the Aracha boy. This one did okay, but they always get this look here, always. And this is in summer. In winter, it just looks dead, drops all the leaves, looks sad. So that's the Aracha boy too. Have I forgot anything? I don't think so. Okay, let's move on. Oh, the Fuyu persimmon this year I took a year off. This is the new dwarf mulberry, which I planted last year. The so-called black dwarf. It's not a dwarf, guys. It's at least 3.5 meters tall. Okay, I'm standing on the ladder now, right next to this mulberry I just showed you. You can see all the yellow leaves. That's because of the drought. I haven't watered it once all summer. And it's 3.5 meters tall, right? Sitting under the native Australian tamarin, which also suffered from drought, because these are rainforest trees, not desert trees. And I'm glad that it held on and didn't perish with the drought. Well, with a typical Melbourne summer, which means 30 Celsius and 0 rain. That's what we get in summer here. No rain. Sorry. And I see there might be one mulberry there to try out. Let's grab it. A bit dry. Looks dry. Yeah. Yeah, a bit dry. It's alright. Not sweet. Still sour. Here's another one. Phew. This one looks better. So instead of waiting for the birds to take it, I'll take it. The birds eat everything here, by the way. And we have a police chopper overhead checking me out. So yeah, the persimmon, it's a low season, only like 10 fruit. It's alright. That means next year it's going to have 300 like it did last year. Let's try this guy out. Oh wow. Yeah, that was sweet. Really good. I'm right next to the Jujube Chico. This is the Chico Jujube. Let's grab one. These aren't ready yet, but just for the camera, right? So that's what you get. You heard the crunch. Quite nice. No maggots this year. Last year they were over half of them had maggots for our fruit fly. This year we're safe, I think. I hope. I can't see, guys. I don't have my glasses. So that's the idea of having a fruit forest. Jujube there, mulberry here, persimmon here, Wirtz avocado there, right? Green sapote there, white sapote there, dragon fruit behind there. And I think down there is the cherry of the Rio Grande, which is still a baby down there. He's got a long way to go. All right, guys, let's move on. Oh, and there's the ice cream bean, which you won't believe it, is still flowering. It's been flowering for 3.5 months since Christmas, and only now, in late March, have the pods started to appear and grow. Never seen that in 10 years. As for the Chico Jujube, it's a low season this year. Only around, I don't know, 100 fruit. Last year it had easily 1,000. Maybe that's why the fruit fly infested it. And check out what some critter has done here. He's bit almost every one of them. Bite, small bite there. Most of them have been bitten. Look, can you believe it? That's definitely not a fruit fly bite, but yeah, some nasty, probably a bat, I don't know. The jamun is doing great. I'm having problems staking it because it's top heavy, so I'm trying my best, guys, to get it to stand. See how I've got a issue here with the two stakes, the wooden one and that terrible plastic one, the steel one. Trying to keep it, I don't have a stake tall enough to go up that high and just bring it up. I need to buy one, right? But look how healthy it's doing. Healthy. I can make a video just on this tree alone. This is gonna be a long video, by the way. I've only just started. And the jamun, or jambulan, has been flowering for the last 4 months, since December. And it's just like in a pause. It's not really doing anything. They're just hanging in there like that. The flowers haven't even opened yet, and there's quite a few of them. There's more back there, and there's more under there. So, and there's more back here. A lot. And back here. So, looks like the jambulan, Java apple, is happy here in Fruitopia. And over here we have the white flesh pearl dragon fruit that didn't flower this second year. So we have to wait for year 3, right? Surely it'll flower next year. So it's a waiting game. There's the green sapote again, and the white sapote subel up there. Here we have one of 3 Kohala longens. It's done really well at the top, but it hasn't skyrocketed like Elisa's. Elisa's longens have gone almost as tall as my pomelo there, just double the height of mine, and we planted them the same week. So evidently she did something that I didn't do. I'm guessing she used the Bunnings potting mix in the ground. I just planted it into native clay soil. I didn't use any amendments except for soil clay breaker. Yeah, hers is double the height of this. I mean, mine's healthy, right? Perfectly healthy, but it's only grown 15 inches since a year ago. Oh well, right? The small leaf, or Sabara jaburicaba, has almost finished losing its bark. So now we have fresh bark, and waiting for the new season fruitlets to come sometime in late autumn or early spring. So that cycle is complete. All my Inga seedlings have done really well here, as you can see. And My Wampy seedlings have done well. And here is the Hass avocado, which is almost 10 years old now. It'll be 10 years old next year. So it's got over 200 fruit on it. They're no longer fruitlets. That's not a fruitlet anymore. So it's about 250 fruit, Hass avocado fruit, right? It's loaded like it was 3 years ago. So it seems like every third year I had to even remove some fruit. That's how much fruit it had. Look, I cut these off myself, right? I removed these. Hang on, let me show you here what I did. I removed them because they were touching the ground. They were touching the ground. Yep. And there's more around there. I took off about 10. So we have a surplus of Hass. Hass is the avocado of choice for Melbourne. Definitely the one to. I've got one left from last season. There he is up there. We ate 20 of them. Well, over 20, maybe 30 of them over summer. There's the last one. We have 10 in the house that are getting soft. Yeah, so it's absolutely packed. All right, guys, what else? Let's move along. The Choco's driving me nuts. It's really gone crazy up there. I have to cut all that back. See what it's doing up there? Chayote in America. It's called chayote. This new black mulberry, black Pakistan mulberry, has gone berserk. I regret putting it there. I wish I had planted it here where I put the multi-grafted apple from the fruit salad company, because this is a nice big area. But then it would have dwarfed the taro. The taro would have been shaded, and taro needs sun, guys. So that's why I put it here. But it's going to be competing with the mandarin, the murcot. As you can see, that's also fully loaded. It's got over 500 mandarins. No exaggeration. The best mandarin tree of all, if you want mandarins all year. A navel orange, my pink guava, Hawaiian guava, which is 3.5 meters, almost 4 meters, just a little bigger than the Jabbo. One of multiple carambolas, which again hasn't flowered or fruited or anything. Very disappointed with the star fruit in Melbourne. That's the Carey. Not very caring at all. Doesn't want to do anything. So I don't know. It's 5 years in the ground. I don't understand why star fruit doesn't work here. Don't get it. My Bosworth lychee didn't do anything this year. Just a teeny weeny little bit of growth. It's shaded though. It's getting shaded by the guava and the jabuticaba and this banana in a pot. So see all this shade that it's getting? So not much sun, which is not good. Pomelo's loaded, as you saw, like crazy. I don't know how I'm gonna be eating all these. It's insane. These this is the African Pride custard apple, or atemoya. He's done a little bit of growth, not much. The trunk got thicker. That's about it. The Fino de Hete cherry moya. I don't see any fruit yet. It's a late comer this year. Usually by March it's covered in little fruitlets, but not this year. Whereas the orange tree, wow, loaded as always. Yeah. So that's the cherry moya, which is 10 to 11 years old. The Thai night star fruit, which is 10 years old, also hasn't fruited, very disappointing. The other Kohala longan, which didn't do much. It's trying to produce some fruitlets, about 20 fruit, right? Let's see if they make it. Last year they grew half size and were tasteless. That's my oldest, at 5 years old. Look at that, pretty pitiful. Whereas the citrus, look at the difference. That's my Tangelo. It's got over 200 Tangelo on it. No, I do nothing. I don't water it, I don't feed it, and it's got 200 fruit on it. Same age. Go figure. Same age as the star fruit, not the longan. 10 years. There's the third Kohala longan, which I'm happy to see got new growth at the end of summer. Very happy to see those shiny new leaves, but has a long way to go. This is the Calamondan or Calamansi kumquat, which they say is not a true kumquat, but whatever. Right? The Filipinos' favorite little citrus. Here I've got all my sooks, all the tropical sooks. I brought them out from hiding. They were hiding underneath there all summer, behind that Tangelo, back there, behind in the dark. Because if I bring them out in the sun, look, this is what happens to sooks in summer. See how it's burnt? And see how the new growth isn't? Yeah, this new growth grew in the shade, and this burnt growth copped it in the sun. So tropical fruit trees, they don't like the sun. The same with the lychee here. Look, it's torched from the sun. They don't like sun when they're young. Got some new growth here at the top, whilst in the shade, whilst shaded. This is the Taiso, I believe. Yeah, Taiso lychee. I've got two of them. The other one's over there. Same results. Let me just go around to the other side. Oh, and to make matters worse, look what I just found. Look at this. To make matters worse, there's someone eating the young growth. How's that? On top of the burnt leaves. The burnt leaves got burnt from the sun, right? And the young, fresh leaves are getting eaten by him. So guys, welcome to gardening. Hope you enjoy it. Yeah. Good luck. So that's where these young leaves, what happened to them? It's probably the same over there if I check that one. Okay, over here we have another longan. This is the hay, or hue I would say. He's doing okay. Longan is much easier than lychee. Can you tell the difference? Look, hang on, right? Burnt, sooky, crying. Look at the longan leaves. Wow, what a difference. Same condition, same everything. Back here we have two Rolinias as backups in case the main one I have doesn't make it. We've got to get Rolinia working here. Working means fruiting. So that's one of two. There's the other one at the back there. Then we have two Canistel. We've got to get Canistel to work here too. That's yellow sapodi, right? There's two of them. I've lost so many seedlings and grafted. Back there is one of three achachas, which I'm struggling with as well. And I think that's it. Is that it? Let's see. Rolinia, what's that? Oh, three. I've got three Rolinias, not two. Wow. Three Rolinia seedlings and two Canistel, two Taiso lychee, and the hue longan. Yeah, my sooks. The longan's on a sook, but the rest are. Okay, and here, this is a major sook. He takes the cake. And I bet the worms have found him too. This is the ambarella, or hog plum. He completely died. Look. Right? This is from last year. Completely died. And now, he's back. See how he's back? Yeah. Sook, 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 sook. Nothing but a sook. And there's the oldest longan again, the kohala. That's 5 years old. And over here we have the rose apple. That's doing quite well. He was affected a little bit by the dry summer, but he's happy. I've got to stake him up. It should be standing up like that. Should be up like that. Yeah, there's his new growth there. That's a sign that all is well on the frontier. All is well on the frontier. Right? All is good. Got to stake him. So where are we gonna go next? Let's go around. The other American pawpaw is losing its leaves now. We harvested a banana about a month ago. We've eaten the whole bunch, all gone. Back there I've got a tamarillo, which I planted a year ago, and it's fully loaded. Tamarillo tree tomato, so easy. A lemon tree here, very easy. They're all easy. Lemon verbena for tea. This is really, really good. Very sweet tea. You don't need to use sugar. Just put this leaf in your tea and it's already sweet. Pre-sweetened tea. And I've had that for almost 10 years. It's a tree. Yep. Smells like sweet lemon. Okay, this is the Tahitian lime. Fully loaded this year again. Always loaded. I've got to trim him back though, because he's hitting everyone on all sides. The macadamia, which finally has decided to bear over 100 nuts for the first time in 10 years. Right? Fully loaded. Fully loaded. So very happy with this. Yeah, but it needs a trim back. I need to also get in here and cut back all these plants that volunteered. Look at all that jungle in there. I've got to remove all those. A lot of work. So that these birds of paradise can get some sunshine and breathe. This is where I got all the mulch from for the jubbos. See all these leaves from the loquat? Yeah, free mulch. Just rake it up and off we go. Okay, then we have the grapefruit there, ruby red, with the new fruit. Okay, the green gauge, which is done, the damson, which is done. They're all plums. The newest member to go in the ground of the black sapote, sweet potato leaves, spaghetti squash ready to harvest in there. A bunch of bananas up there. What do you call it? Jerusalem artichoke flowering back there as well. You can see all the flowers. See the yellow flowers like sunflowers? Jerusalem artichoke, guys. And in here we have the newest tropical garden, which I created 2 years ago. Mamey sapote seedling, doing really well. 3 years old now. It's loving being in a pot. I don't want to risk it and put it in the ground. It got a new shoot this summer, which I'm happy to see. Another black sapote grafted together with that one. That's grafted too. So we've got 2 grafted black sapotes here. This is the longan I planted 2 years ago. The chompu is doing really well. Right? Really well. Volunteer mission fig. They're just landed there by itself. The cucumbers now are just about finished, maybe another week or two. This is the what's his name? I keep forgetting his name. The dwarf banana, not the Cavendish, but what, does he have a name? Hang on. No, we don't have the labels here. I forgot what his name is. That's a Grand Nain. That's the Grand Nain. It hasn't fruited in the 2 years it's been in the ground. This is the seedless persimmon, the flat persimmon, which came back after sucking last year. One of 2 new star fruit that I have in the ground. One there and one there. They're doing well, slow, but they're fully come back. A sapodilla, which is struggling. This is the Krausley. Struggling, but you know, is okay. Is okay. It's just that we need some more green leaves. So this star fruit here is the Kembangan, Sri Kembangan. It's doing really well. And that one over there is the I can't see, hang on, let me get closer. That's a giant Siam. And here we have the blue Java bananas, right? Or the ice cream banana, which I protected there with a post from collapsing. That's gonna definitely shoot out a bell before winter. Over there we have 2 other varieties of bananas, or one other variety with 2 racks, one there and one there. So we got two going on at the same time. And up here above me is a new bell that just opened. Where is it? There, that one. And that's 4 meters up in the air. I hope it sure doesn't collapse. That's probably the tallest banana rack I've ever had, at 4 meters. That's 12 to 15 feet, guys. Yeah, 12 to 15 feet. Wish me luck on that. A Barbados cherry, one of 3, that sort of didn't want to take root, so we'll just leave him there and see if he ever wakes up. He's still alive when I scratch him. Some yam here from Dailies. Another green sapote. It's been here in the ground 2 years. Slowly growing. They're very slow. Okinawa spinach doing great. Okay, now the dwarf Nagasaki Wazi loquat for the first time is flowering after 2 years. 2 years in the ground and 1 year in a pot. So I've had him for 3 years, right? So good news. He dropped all his old leaves and he's getting ready for business. That's good to see. Dwarf macadamia there. Again, I got to watch it here as I go over the pole that's holding that up. Another back look. Green sapote, the banana up there, right? Grand Nain, blue Java. There's 2 bananas up there. The greenhouse, which is still empty. It's been empty all summer. Another sapodilla here. This is the prolific. Also needs to be a bit more green. The gooseberry, Cape gooseberry, that was dwarfing it all summer. I cut it back. It dropped most of its leaves. So that's on its own now. Hopefully it'll pick up. The Kwai Muk came back from dead. He looked dead. Christmas time he was dead. Another star fruit here that suffered from the drought. That's the Arkan. The Relinia. You've been all waiting for the Relinia, right? The Brazilian custard apple. He finally came back, but very, very late in the season, right? And he's only got one more month to do something, and then it's game over. Then it's over, guys. When May arrives, there's no more growing season. The growing season is over for the tropicals. So it's alive, it's fully returned, but we haven't had much new growth. The new growth is only starting now. Only now. Instead of in spring, it's starting in autumn. It's 3 months late. Another yam here that's climbing up. This never does anything. It just climbs and goes back to sleep from a friend. So I've tied up a bit of bungee cord there for the blue java and the pole on that side. See if that helps. So there's the loquat again. It's starting to flower. It's nice to see that. First time. Okay, and then I've got the dragon fruit I got from Bunnings last year. I finally put them in big pots. Took me long enough. I waited all summer to do this. So I've got all 3 now in pots. Starting with the Delight, Dark Star, Pink Panther. They're doing okay, but very late in the season. Some of the heirloom tomatoes, we've been picking these every day. Like, we've had over 200 tomatoes. Again, drought conditions. We've had over 100 cucumbers, 50 zucchinis, hundreds of tomatoes. And this is the new mulberry. It's called the Angela, right? Look how wide the 2 leading branches are. Again, top heavy. And oh man, it's fruiting. There you go. So we'll see what happens with that. Someone's eating the leaves here. Of course, the worms are doing their thing, the silkworms. Yeah, but it looks like a beautiful large tree. This is my Rocco chili. It's doing nicely. It's loaded. It's got over 100 chilies on it. Rocotto, is that what it's called? Yeah, Rocotto chili tree. Amazing. From Dailies. Look at all the chilies together with kaffir lime or kaffir lime. That's also loaded. Tons and tons of kaffir. Alright guys, I think we're done. What else? More Jerusalem artichoke. Right? Beautiful. This little guy here didn't do well. I've had him for 2 years. 2 years or 1 year, I can't remember. But he's not doing well at all. He came to life with a bit of rain. That's the Max Gold White Sapote. He's alive. All his wood is alive. Maybe this wasn't a good position to plant him. Okay, that's I planted the backup white Chatut mulberry there. I had it in a pot for a year, right next to these tall bananas. See how they live together, right? So Jerusalem artichoke, pepino, bananas. See how he does. I'm gonna have to cut him so he grows up instead of sideways. My 30-year-old lemon tree, which I hacked the heck out of a couple of years ago, is coming back. Another persimmon that did not fruit. 2 yellow jabuticabas, which I put in the ground in spring, are doing okay. Again, very slow, these 2. Over there is another black sapote grafted. So I've got 3 different varieties of black sapote that are grafted. Another mulberry there. Yep, I think I've got the whole collection from Dailies. That's the Beanley Black. Big trees, guys. Make sure you got the room. I've got lots of room. And there's another banana back there. There's another banana there. There's a banana over there. 3 banana racks here. That's the Fuerte avocado. This is the Tahitian, what's it called? Tahiti black sapote. Tasmanian pepper plant. Just got that as a novelty from Bunnings. I picked this up too at the beginning of summer. I didn't mention this one. That's imbi, right? It's a mature imbi that suffered again from drought, direct sun, you name it. The same old, same old. Looks like it's trying to send out a flower. It's been hanging there for a month, right? And someone's eating the new growth. Story of my life. Can't win. Too much water, not enough water. Too many worms, not enough worms. Oh my goodness. Too hot, too cold. Man, oh man. These guys, forget it. That's the persimmon, the big fat one. What's it called again? The gyro. We picked 10 off the tree last week and brought them inside so the parrots wouldn't eat them, because the parrots go for them, and we left like 5 on there to ripen on the tree. They ripen off the tree. Okay, I think we're done. I didn't cover any of the cold temperate trees. There's probably 50 of those. Monstera deliciosa, right? Still waiting for this to climb. I want this to climb up the ice cream bean, but it seems to be sprawling instead of climbing. The Fuerte only gave us 1 fruit this year, like it did last year, and when it was ready, the possums munched through half of it. So this year I'm gonna bag it when it gets bigger. I've got a babaco here which never does anything. And I think that's it, guys. And lots of sugarcane. Sugarcane everywhere. Everywhere sugarcane. More sugar here than in North Queensland. Alright, guys. This is the cherry moya. Fruit from last season. Still waiting for that to soften. And still waiting for fruitlets. And that's all she wrote. We're done. The Pinkerton avocado, forgot to mention that. Hasn't done anything all summer. It's still alive, which is good, but nothing to brag about. Okay, we are done. Where are we at? Are we at, wow, we're almost at 1 hour. Well done, George. Bravo. I'm going to do a video now from the front yard. Make sure you catch that. And thanks for watching, guys. The 5-year-old Tamarillo here has been drowned out or sucked to death by either the fig next to me or the bay leaf tree. The leaves have all succumbed to drought. This guy here is the culprit. That fig, look how healthy he is. He's healthy, but the Tamarillo isn't. The Tamarillo is suffering really bad. But he's covered. He's got 100 fruit on him. Over 100 Tamarillo. But look at the leaves. This is the other culprit. This 5-meter tall bay leaf tree that I should not have planted 22 years ago. That was a bad idea. Right? Every year I get the chainsaw out and cut him in half. But it might be too late for the Tamarillo. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Alright, guys. I'm going to the front yard now to give you part 2 of this end of March or end of Indian summer in Melbourne. Although there is a bit more heat left in April. April is the last puff of heat before we enter winter around the 1st, 2nd week of May. Thanks, guys. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you soon again.